Hey, welcome everyone. Sir HeroScape here today, obviously. Oh, let's check out my camera there a little bit. I'm going to be doing a live stream here of Chris Perkins and Boromir96. Oh, let's make sure. I think my music's still going. 1 second, let me double check that. Sorry. Okay. All right, so I think we should be good. So we're on the quarterfinals again, OHS vCheese event. They've actually already started. I was a few minutes a little late on the intro there, getting stuff set up. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So we've got here, at the top, we've got Boromir with his 4 squads of 10th Reg, and then Raylan Marku, and then where did he put, and Heracles right here. Excuse me. Again, we're on Frostmire, same thing that we watched the other night, and then we've got Wannick and Olenavia. And then on the other side, Chris Perkins has got Quahan, Mar Warriors, Spiders, Raylan, and Estivara. For those of you that don't know, Estivara does give bonuses to Spiders, +1 attack. And now, if you notice here on the top with the rolls, they've already rolled for initiative. We had Chris win out. And then put on Estivara. He dropped Estivara out into an aggressive position, which is interesting because, as you're seeing here, Boromir is already taking shots on her, and then he'll just be able to wait and fire on the next turn and take her out potentially. So I'm not entirely sure. I mean, she's still within Raylan's aura and still has jungle, so still gets a ton of defense. 7. I don't think it's that high. 3, 4, should be 6. Oh, because low ground. That makes sense. Okay, so he's shooting from low ground. Yeah, that said, that's true. It's attacks of 2 up into 6. So max out of 2. Wait then fire will probably bring her down, but I guess he figures once he brings up Quahan, he doesn't have to worry about that. So as long as he doesn't lose her turn 1, she's probably safe, because then Boromir has to start thinking about other targets. So, notice start zone placement of units. That tells a lot about a person's play and how they're going to play with order markers. So, if you look at the order markers here on Chris, he actually has a Raylan order marker, and that's, normally what you would see because you'd want to see Raylan developed somewhere, but Chris actually isn't going to develop Raylan. I'm almost 95% positive. We'll see if he does, but the reason being is that Quahan can get to her spot basically within 4 spaces anywhere Chris wants to go. He put Raylan at the front of the start zone so that Raylan could cover, it looks like, where he wants Estivara, and then where he's inevitably going to put Quahan. Now, the only reason why he would move Raylan is if he felt like this position was too restricting. For example, again, Quahan only gets a range of 4, and so Boromir does outrange Quahan for the first target, right? Remember, Quahan can chain attacks up to 9 spaces away, but you have to have that first target within 4. So if Boromir plays this right, he can always keep range 6 and really try and force Chris out of his comfort zone. So there's 2 things. Chris could have put a Raylan order marker, put her at the front of the start zone to be very aggressive and drop Raylan onto one of these level 4 heights, which is possible. But then that also kind of exposes Raylan a bit. Or he plays hyper conservative and keeps Raylan in the start zone, doesn't waste an order marker on her, and dropping between here and maybe some spots over here. Not the best situation to be in because you never feel good about being outranged, but it's not horrible because when you've got spiders engaging on the 10th, it feels a little bit better to be able to engage 10th to protect return fire on Quahan. For example, what I mean by that is Quahan can be here, right, protected by Raylan, can't reach anybody, right, because Boromir's smart and stayed outside the range. But he can still engage with spiders and then drop Quahan onto these level 3s. Now, these level 3s are outside Raylan's aura, but if he's engaging with spiders, then that's basically not guaranteeing, but it's basically Boromir to either have to bring stuff up from behind or to go ahead and just shoot spiders, kind of like what we saw with Quahan the other day. You know, force the opponent to shoot the spiders while Quahan does the work. So I am curious to see if he did throw an order marker on Raylan. I don't think he did. I think he is going to play conservative. He tends to be a more conservative player, not hyper-aggressive like me. I tend to be a pretty hyper-aggressive player. So I might have considered a Raylan order marker here or here. Or sorry, a position here or here. We'll see what his turn 3 is, but it doesn't make sense, in my opinion, for a turn 3 to be on Raylan. So I do think, at least for this round, he's gonna keep his position. In fact, actually, it makes a lot of more sense now that I think about it that Raylan does stay there for the whole game. Because again, even though Quahan might have to go outside the range to hit these guys, he was hyper-aggressive with Estevara, which actually I think is indicating his gameplay here. He's hyper-aggressive with Estevara, brings Estevara up, so Estevara can see within 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So see, this is basically any position Boromir takes to shoot at Quahan, or even Estevara, is going to be within 6 aura of Estevara. Okay, yeah, I can see that. So, for example, Boromir wants to wait then fire and stay here. He's going to go ahead and shoot at Quahan or spiders, but then he stays on low ground. So then he's forced to move to maybe high ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could go here, he could go here, he could go here, and he could go here. But then he's getting closer, even though he's on height, and then the spiders are able to engage within Estevara's aura and take extra attack dice. Kristen, my lovely wife, she says in the chat, you're glitching pretty badly, at least for me, every 5 to 10 seconds. Oh. Well, I am sorry for others who may be watching. I do not know how to fix that. We might just have to deal with the bad internet here. Maybe I can connect internet to, I don't know if I'm going to lose my live stream if I connect to a different internet source, if I do a hotspot. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. I guess we'll just deal with it if that's the case. Oh well. Such is life with technology. Yeah, sometimes we don't always get the best connection here, so I guess I'm not terribly surprised. Anyway, so what do we have? Okay, so yeah, so I was right. So Boromir decided to opt for the hyper-aggressive positions here, so he took those level 4 heights. Level 3, level 3. The question is he going to do an assassination run attempt on Raylan? Probably, with being that hyper-aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can get 2 shots off, so it's not quite an assassination run. Maybe Estevara. So 2 shots on Raylan, maybe Estevara, and then Quahan. Or maybe Raylan, if you get lucky and kill Raylan, then maybe 2 shots on Quahan. Yeah. 2 for 3 is not bad. Oh, he can target 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, he could get there. Oh, nice. Ooh, but he blocked the first one. Oh, that feels bad. Oh, only 1 wound out of all that. Dang. Yeah, you wish you could get a little bit better. 3 attacks on Raylan from 3. You're looking pretty hopeful to do some damage. Well, I mean, 1 wound, but he's likely to lose that front. Like, he's going to lose those 4 guys, even if he doesn't lose them immediately. What I mean by that is, like, even if Quahan doesn't, so Quahan can chain these 2, or these 2, whichever one he wants, and then spiders just engage. And even if he kills 0 of them, they're still going to be there, kind of useless, because they're just going to be pot-shotting spiders from now until eternity. So, odds are... How do you take turns with the ones that are engaged, or do you develop more? Honestly, I'd probably develop a couple more. Like, say, for example, these die, or these defend. I'd probably develop a couple more, and then try and take shots with the height 4 But it all depends on how Quahan does in retaliation here. Final attack down on Quahan, probably? Is that what he's doing? Or just pop off a spider? Not really sure. Oh, where did he go for? Oh, he was... Oh, okay. Dang. Feels bad. I bet he wished he had gone for a Quahan or something. Because even with 5 defense, 3 out of 3 is still pretty nice. That, or I wish I bet he wished he had the opposite rolls where, instead of targeting Raylan first, he had blanked on the spider or whatever. Started here, yeah. But, like, he did it the right way, right? The way you target. So this is actually something significant for people that aren't as competitive-minded. Is when you're targeting units that are in Raylan's aura, you always target Raylan first. It's pretty simple, but some people just miss it. Basically, the idea is if all works out, and if all, goes the way you want it to, and you're targeting Raylan, right? 1, 2, 3, he got 3 attacks off. If you were to kill Raylan, then her aura goes away, right? So your last target, someone who can't target Raylan, you wouldn't want to attack first because they're guaranteed the defense buff. And so you always attack in order of who can kill Raylan and then kill the unit that couldn't kill Raylan but can kill some other unit. Again, at the end there, he killed it anyway while it was within Raylan's aura, so you might say, oh, it doesn't matter how you attack. But it actually does, because in a perfect world, these guys clear Raylan, and then they have weaker defense for that last attack that originally was in Raylan's aura. So that's kind of why he did that sequencing, and so that's pretty significant. So Chris Perkins here, I don't know that he anticipated Boromir being this hyper aggressive. That that's pretty aggressive turn 2 to jump up into those spots. Like, it makes sense. He's trying to make a play to, do wounds and maybe assassinate Raylan. That might have been his only chance to do that, though. So sometimes when you only have one chance to do something like assassinate Raylan, it's pretty high risk, high reward. For example, like that really likely was his only chance to actually take out Raylan from the start zone. But sometimes, even though that's your only chance, it's too aggressive and puts you behind. Whereas if you play more conservative, you deal with Raylan, but you don't put yourself in a bit of a hole if it doesn't work out. Now, I'm not saying it didn't work out, because he's still on height in a strong position, but my point is if all 4 of these guys get cleared, what's this map look like? Looks pretty rough, right? 6 defense? That was weird. Why did he roll? Oh, Chris. Oh, did Chris roll for his own spider? Oh. 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure what happened there. I missed something. Did he? Oh, I think he rolled for Estavara. Oh, I see. Oh, so that was really interesting. Okay, so this is what happened. Is you had 2 units here on level 4 and level 2. Now, this unit was hiding behind the glacier, right? And part of Quahan's ability is that it requires line of sight, right? Like, you target the first figure within 4, but then that figure, in order to target the next figure, has to be within sight of the other figure. And it has to be a chain. So, like, if you've got a figure here and a figure here, this figure isn't going to be able to chain that figure because that figure's out of sight, right? And so there is an element of hiding behind things as best you can for that reason. But what Chris did, and this is a brilliant move, this is how you play Quahan, is he used his own figure as the chain target, right? So he couldn't see this unit over here. So if he targeted this figure to go there, he couldn't have. So he targeted his own figure, or actually I think he targeted, I think he started with this figure. Yeah. So he started with this figure because he rolled for 2 first. Where was it? Right here. Yeah. So he rolled for 2 first. So he targeted his figure Boromir's figure to start. His second figure was his own figure, Estavara, and then the third figure was Boromir's figure. And because Estavara has 4 life and 6 defense, he figures, you know what, I'm not going to kill her. I might do a wound or 2, but it's worth it to target two of Boromir's figures. So really, really high level play there. Like that's very underrated play there with Quahan, and that's what makes Quahan so good. Is you try to hide. Okay, I'll take the risk to target my own figure and use my own figure as the chain. So that was really cool. So he targets here, targets Estivara, targets Boromir's unit. Okay, Boromir's returning fire from where? He's zoning low ground, but he rolled 3 out of 4. Oof, that's... And so in talking with Chris, he was probably like, hey, Chris, this guy over here, I'm just moving him down, moving him up. I'm not going to actually move him, right? Because he's just staying in the same spot. But that's why he got +1 attack and had an attack of 4. So that's how that one played out. Okay, X on Raylan, end of round, I believe. Yeah, turn 3 on 10th, and I think Spider's turn 3 already went. Yeah, Spider's turn 3 already went there. So we're off to a new round. So if you're Boromir, what's your win condition? Because here's the thing, is he's got Heracles, and Heracles just auto counters Quahan so hard. The problem is, the way that Heracles works is, like, obviously, like, he has to get to his target, right? He's a melee unit. Now, he can get 2 turns, because it's the X order marker you can reveal to get his Labor's turn, which can target big, huge figures. And so, like, if Boromir really wanted, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Like, if he had 1 initiative, he could have, like, butt rushed in to try and get attacks off at Quahan. But it doesn't make a lot of sense at this time of the game, because 1, there's still plenty of spiders. 2, if you lose initiative, spiders can block anyway. And 3, if you're sending in Heracles right now, Raylan's still protecting Quahan, and it's just not the best situation. That said, at some point, Heracles, I think, is going to come out. Simply because he has to use that as his threat. He can't let Heracles wait till the end game. Because the part of this army that is so strong is obviously Quahan. And Quahan is the thing that you need to get rid of as soon as possible. So Heracles is in this army for that purpose, to basically counter Quahans and Nilfheims and Q9s and whatnot. And so you have to be able to use him in the mid game to have that threat and have Quahan worrying and thinking about, okay, is he going to get 2 turns with Heracles here and smash me in the face? That said, you tend to lose a fair bit of map control by using Heracles, simply because it's 1 hero, right? And then you're losing position with other spots. So I'm thinking here what he's probably going to do is try to get a better position with 10th, send in a few more rounds, or probably another round of 10th reg to try and, thin out some of the spiders and hopefully get a little bit more of a position. Because remember, he's got 4 10th reg. So if he can keep his 10th reg spread out enough that Quahan can't chain multiple 10th reg in a row, right? Notice what he's done here. He's kept them outside of the range of chaining. If he can keep them spread out and defend against spider attacks and just keep thinning out spiders to the point where he feels like he's got a strong enough position, that's when we're going to see a Heracles order marker, right? When he feels like he can hold his position enough that Heracles' turn to run in and start smashing Quahan or just developing. He could eat 1, 2, 3, 4. Heracles has 6 moves, so like it'd be a really smart play. Potentially, and he might do it this round. He's got 1 on Heracles, so he might throw it in here on like a turn 2 or turn 3. He might just develop Heracles here onto level 3 height, stay within Raylan's aura, and basically just sit him there as a threat for the rest of the game, or until he's ready to throw an order marker on him. So that is a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen this round, simply because he's only got 1 order marker on Heracles rather than 2. And you always want 2 order markers on Heracles to activate him, because remember, you need the X on him, and then you need the normal order marker in order to take those turns with him. So it's possible that's a numbered order marker to throw him onto level 3. I don't think it is, though. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if it was on him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he couldn't get an attack off, so Chris is fine. And I think that's what Chris is doing here, is Chris is trying to chain into his start zone, knowing that he's likely doesn't have a turn on Heracles, and even if he did, he can't reach him with that 1 order marker. And that's really smart play by Chris. right, is because Chris doesn't know. Like, Chris is like, well, maybe that Heracles order marker is on him. Maybe it's not. But I know he's only got one turn, right? Once you see two, then you know at least one order marker's on Heracles, and so you have to watch out for that double play on the Labor's play. So the fact that he's only got one, Chris is just being really smart and saying, okay, in the event that you did throw an order marker on Heracles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're not going to be able to engage me with him, so you're just going to be kind of waste a turn a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to take, a couple turns here blasting your start zone. So Chris is in the driver's seat here. He does have the advantage in this matchup, I think, for that reason. But you can't count out Heracles. Heracles definitely can make the comeback here if he assassinates Quahan. So I think that's why he's trying to take advantage. I mean, obviously he moved him back. He hasn't made that move yet. But if he makes that play, it's not horrible. It's a play where basically you're trying to take advantage of your position and kind of impose your will of your advantage on him while he's not taking turns with Heracles. Because again, if Boromir does maintain position on the map, it's going to free up his ability to develop Heracles and then threaten Quahan. So if Quahan is taking turns now to basically try and mop up or blast into the start zone and kill 10th, then he's taking advantage of his position while Heracles isn't activated yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, that's not a horrible idea. Look at this. Quahan goes to low ground, blasts this 10th. He can pick off one of these 10th that's not in Raylan's aura. That's the only one. 1, 2. Well, that one's not in Raylan's aura, but yeah. It's not a horrible play. I'll be honest. Even if it's just for one attack, then it's basically stealing one kill because this one's outside of Raylan's aura. This one's inside of Raylan's aura. He could kill that one outside of Raylan's aura, and then he could kill that one. Then he can engage with spiders on this one, this one, this one. But he's opting to go back and clear up this guy. That's interesting. See, I don't know about that. I mean, he's playing hyper conservative there. But you can just engage that with spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, you can get a same level spider over there. I mean, I think he's probably... Yeah, see, I think that's a bit... I wouldn't say it's a wasted roll, but that's probably a little too conservative. At least for my liking. Chris plays very conservative, I play very aggressive. So I likely would have made that play. Come up here, target, target, target. Engage a spider there, engage a spider there. Because at the end of the day, like... What do you... Like, you're not going to lose anything from that. I guess... Okay, here's a thought. So I guess Chris is playing this pretty smart because think about it. If he clears this one, if he doesn't clear this one, he can just engage here. Engage here, engage here. This one's not really in a position to do damage, so he's probably fine. If he overextends here and he doesn't kill any of these, maybe he doesn't roll very well, then the max he can engage is 3 with spiders, right? So he could engage here, here and here, and so this one might then take height. But then that's out of position because now the start zone is that much closer. Now the start zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get there. Now, but now the start zone. Say he goes here, the start zone could attack this spider, cleared out, and then this one, if it had rotated up here, could then have attacked down on Quahan. So Chris was right to make that conservative play. Basically, he was calculating the situation and saying, I'm in the driver's seat. If I go here, this hyper-aggressive play, I can steal more units. That's fine. But in so doing, if I fail, the consequences of my failure might end up being much worse. Which is a good evaluation of that. Yeah, see exactly what Boromir is doing here? See, he's using the start zone units to target the frontline units, wipe those out, and then if he had moved this guy here, because remember, Quahan was sitting right here, he would have rotated, assuming this guy survived, he would have rotated this guy here, and then been able to get attacked down on Quahan. So, not the best scenario there if he had failed. If he had moved here and failed, that would have been bad. So that's why he made that conservative play. And it looks like, man, Boromir's getting some good rolls. Holy. Okay, wow. Yeah, so, look, I mean, and this is a good example. He just cleared the board of, spiders really well. So imagine a scenario where Quahan had come up here. Now, if Quahan had gotten those 3 kills, imagine a scenario where all those attacks, a few of them are going against Quahan, right? And get a few free wounds. Or imagine a scenario where Quahan fails that attack and then loses, the spiders and then gets a few attacks on Quahan, right? So, playing conservative there saved Quahan, and honestly, spiders dying is what you want. That's what they're for. They're supposed to get in the way. But now Quahan can't really get to a good spot because spiders are all gone. Yeah, I think you just take your level 3 and live there for a second while you bring up spiders. So, Boromir's back in the driver's seat for this turn. Maybe the next 2 turns. Thiosanite in the chat, would you say that Quahan is too powerful? I mean, too powerful? I wouldn't say too powerful. I would say, like, there's units in the game that are good, and that's okay, right? It's okay to have a tier system. It's okay to have really good units, middle of the pack units, and then some bad units. It's a spectrum, right? It's a you've got a few at the top, most of everyone in the middle, and then a few at the bottom. I think that's very natural in things to have. I don't think it would make a lot of sense to have every unit equally the same. And I think as you continue to design more units, the value of some units simply goes up, right? As you add more units to a meta, it inherently changes the value of other units, and for the good or for the bad. And so Quahan is quite good. There's no guarantee that Quahan wins every game, but obviously in this vCheese meta, she's proven to be very, very good. So, yeah, I wouldn't say overpowered. Powerful, A tier, but I wouldn't say overpowered. Okay, so Boromir's back in the driver's seat. You notice, Chris just has to take shots, right? Or soak shots. He's moving up spiders and just has to regain his position because he lost everything on the front. So Boromir, gets to take some free shots off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The question is Chris going to develop more or go back out and attack? Because he's only got 4 forward spiders, and he's only got 8 left. So not amazing. Especially because Boromir gets 4 attacks per turn. This is interesting. I wonder what his play is here. Because if you go aggressive and you go attack 10th, like say he goes back to that spot again, right, and tries to clear those, you're still in the same scenario that we discussed last time where you might just be, I bet he's considering. If I were Chris right now, I'd be thinking I need to move up Raylan. Like he's quite constrained by not having developed Raylan. It's a good strategy. Like on a smaller map like this, where you can have Quahan in the spot you want her, right where she is, in Raylan's aura, and can target most everything you want to in the map. It's great to put Raylan just in the front of your start zone and not have to put an order marker on her. But Boromir's doing a really, really good job of spreading out his 10th and not being he's being patient. He's lost a full squad. That was the assassination squad, right? The jump up on a high ground trying to assassinate Raylan. That's a play he made. That's he invested the 75 points into making that play, and it didn't work out, right? But since then, he's stayed in Raylan's aura and sat back with his 6 range and utilized that 6 range and spread out his units to basically say, you're not chaining my advanced troops. If you want to chain, you're going to have to come to me, get close, chain my start zone, and then if you do and fail, I can retaliate. So Chris is considering, well, crap, if I'm going to make those plays, how am I going to make those plays? Because it's going to be outside of Raylan's aura. And if it fails, then you're basically just giving free spider kills. And if you're giving free spider kills and not getting anything in return, then what are you getting, right? You're not getting, like, you're just failing, right? Because Quahan without spiders feels bad, right? You need the spiders to be able to engage, lock things up, keep them busy while Quahan goes around and blasts stuff. But again, that 6 range, Boromir's doing a really good job of utilizing his advantage of 6 range because Quahan needs a first target. Now, something that Chris could consider, right, is targeting his own spider, right? Moving a spider up here, targeting that spider, and then using that to chain. But again, it kind of feels bad to kill your own unit, potentially. So I think if I were Chris, I might consider staying here for a minute, defending, throwing an order marker on Raylan onto a level 4 height next round, and then either force Boromir to just soak shots into Raylan to, instead of Quahan and spiders, or force him to deal with advanced Quahan and spiders into his start zone, which I think Chris is feeling the pain a little bit here because Boromir's doing a really good job of positioning. So Boromir's basically forcing spiders to beat him, right? When you have Quahan targeting only one figure per turn at best, it's not great, right? Now Quahan, obviously in that other game we watched, was able to target Q9 and do that and kill Q9 and win the game. Obviously you need the rolls to do it. Hey, Rehnquist! My buddy Jonathan just hopped on to watch. Looks like he's interested in seeing how this goes. Good to see you, man. Not much, just chilling, watching vCheese. The best players of the best in the quarterfinal playing. So Boromir basically taking advantage of his position. Again, he's in the driver's seat right now. Instead of sitting back and taking more pot shots, he is going to go ahead and advance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. Good position. Staying in Raylan's aura. I think he's taking this shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not in Raylan's range. So I'm not sure why he's making this play. That might just be a needless free kill to Quahan, especially because Quahan can chain those two. I don't like that, actually, at all. I'm not sure why he moved that one there. See, because he moved it up, obviously, to get height and to attack something, but he can't range Raylan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's outside Raylan's range. So what's he going to target? Quahan? He does have height on Quahan. No, he doesn't. That's same level. Sorry. So what's he going to target? Estavara? Spider? Maybe a spider. I don't like that. I mean, even this spot, I don't know where this guy was, but I would move him here so that he can't chain these two. Yeah, smart Boromir. Good to rethink that. Hopefully you're not watching the stream and saw my suggestion. He's stream sniping you, Chris? No, I don't know. I guess it's all fair in love and war, right? He can do whatever he wants. If he's really listening, then he's really listening. No. Boromir's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. So he's rethinking it. Well, maybe. I don't know. He's made that play. I'm not saying it's a horrible play. I'm not sure what he's doing there, though. Because if you go there, it's 2 defense, right? So it's an easy shot for Quahan. I didn't like the position of these guys, though, because, again, he could get chained. Like, this guy can go here, and this guy can go here. Now you do give up that chain, which isn't great. And actually, no, this guy, if you want to avoid chains and keep height, I would move this guy here or here, but very much here because then Spider can take level 4 height. I'd move here to snipe spiders. Like, except that Raylan's safe, right? Like, you're not going to get much of a chance to attack Raylan and snipe spiders. Yeah, so go here, and then if that were this guy, move him right there, that level 3, because you don't want to give him chains. Or maybe he's keeping this 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. This guy can actually shoot from there, so he might actually keep him there. He might not move this guy, and then move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't get a shot with that guy, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, here's the play. this guy to here. This guy to here. This guy can shoot here. This guy can shoot here. Okay, but he didn't like that because then that would still give a chain. So he's just deciding to take a turn of 3. Oh no, did he move it? No, he didn't. Okay, so he did decide to go with shooting that spider. So what's he doing with this guy? What's his play here? I'm not really sure I understand the play going on this side. Because this makes sense. You stay in Raylan's Aura, you take pot shots. I guess maybe he's just taking the position to make sure he's spread out while getting a height attack down. Oh my gosh. Chris has not had the dice on his side. Holy, what's his stats? 30%, okay. So yeah, a little bit below average. But he's had a lot of blanks against 1-2 pot shots. Not good for spiders. You need the spiders. He's got 2 squads left. Ooh, yeah, Boromir's feeling good right now. He's cleared 3 squads. End of round. End of round. Does Boromir bother with Heracles, and does Chris bother with Raylan? Yep. Heracles is coming in. I like it. Just notice that. 2 on Heracles. You know Heracles is getting a turn. He's cleared out enough spiders, and if he clears out more with these 10th, he's basically saying, now you got to deal with Heracles. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Dude, holy cow. Chris, man. His dice are oh my word, 27%. They are just abysmal right now. There we go. Next, yeah, he should be able to block the next few attacks. So, because the first order marker is on 10th, you know that the second order marker is on Heracles. At least that's what my estimation would be. Because he figures start the round, clear, maybe 1 or 2 spiders, and then then Quahan just cannot be protected, and Heracles comes in. It's possible he has it on turn 3, though, simply because he wants 2 full turns to clear out the rest of the spiders. But order marker play is all about making your opponent guess at where your turns are, and it wouldn't be good. Well, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say it wouldn't be good, but an order marker 2 on 10th just tells Chris exactly that turn 3 is on Heracles, so he can plan for that. But in the same breath, turn 2 on Heracles, there's only 1 turn on Heracles because the other one is the X. So it still tells you what the next turn is. So actually it doesn't really matter. So I guess if I were Boromir, then, because as soon as he takes a turn after his turn 2, Chris is gonna know what his turn 3 is. Turn 2 is either on Heracles and then turn 3 is on 10th, or turn 3 is on turn 2 is on 10th and then he knows for a fact turn 3 is on Heracles. So that doesn't really matter as much. It just depends on how Boromir wanted to play this. My guess is, and if knowing that, Boromir probably wants 2 full turns on 10th to clear out as many spiders as possible, and then throw in Heracles turn 3. And here's why. If you clear out as many spiders as possible on turn 1 and 2, Quahan cannot be safe from Heracles. Won't happen. And here's the next piece. If Heracles gets a turn 3, right? Turn 3 and labors, so 2 full turns to attack Quahan, what happens on an initiative? If you win initiative the next round, that's another smack in the face from Heracles. Turn 1 will be on Heracles with an X star marker for the labor's turn. And then that's basically 24 dice, or 18, or whatever it is, 6 times however many turns he gets, smashing you in the face from Heracles onto Quahan. So yeah, let's see what he does. So he's not going to get a chain off, but he is going to attack. Oh, that's okay. So he figures target one that has bonus because 4 versus 5 is a better chance of doing damage. And then a spider can just kill this guy with 3 attacks versus 3v3. I'm curious to see if he engages this one. My guess is he will, but with only 6 left, that seems like maybe not a great idea. Okay, why are you attacking from low ground? Oh, okay, you just want to make sure you get the kill. Yep, so what he's doing here is being really smart. So he's protecting Quaihan. He knows he can't keep Quaihan safe from all engagements, because if turn 2 is on Heracles, he knows Heracles is going to come in regardless. So where does he want Heracles to take the fight? He wants Heracles to take the fight right there, right? Where not only can Quaihan get an attack down, but both a spider and another spider from height, and in Estevar Zora, he can basically surround Heracles and make his life awful. So that's what's happening there. He was positioning himself in the event that turn 2 is on Heracles, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Yeah, if he hadn't covered that level 4 height, Heracles would have run in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then taken the second turn and grabbed high on Quaihan. So that's why he made that play. Now what does Boromir do here? He just lost 2 out of his 3 front guys, and that I really like his decision not to activate 4, because when he's trying to activate 4 of them, he basically allows one of them to get chained. By spreading out 3, he's guaranteed 3 attacks and no double chain attacks from Quaihan. So it's a bit of a interesting way to play it. I like it. Curious to see how he plays this. My guess is something aggressive. Oh, interesting. Okay. No development at all. And just 2. Wow. Oh, I'm sure Chris is hating life right now. Dang. What are his stats now again? 29%. Yeah, still. Yeah, not great. Dang. Boromir is loving life right now. So, Chris knows turn 3 is on Heracles, right? He knows he could potentially get 3 turns of Heracles in a row just smashing Quaihan. So he not only has to plan for this turn, he has to plan for the first turn of next round. He has to say to himself, Heracles is coming in. So what do I do here? Now does he sit back and just try and protect Quaihan with spiders? Or does he actually be aggressive, knowing that Heracles is going to attack him anyway? Does he be aggressive and just try and clean up some 10th? Problem is, being aggressive gets you out of Raylan Zora, and then you're basically just killing Quaihan. So the play here is to be conservative. The problem is, Boromir's super patient. He didn't develop any units out on that last turn. Why? Because again, he's saying, if you want to kill me, you have to come to me. I have range 6, you have range 4. You can't chain anything in between range 4 and range 6, so you have to come basically to my start zone. And Heracles gets a double turn, so he can move 12 spaces and smash you. So, I really, really like how Boromir's played this. He's in a really good position, and Chris is feeling the pain right now because he doesn't have spiders to deal with Boromir's play here. So how does he make this play safely and still try to be effective? Honestly, this isn't horrible, but again, it's out of Raylan Zora, and again, I'm sure he's wishing that he had developed Raylan at this point because he's restricted by his aura, especially now. In fact, actually, he's already outside of Raylan Zora where he's at right now. I guess if you want to trust that you can win initiative, or that you can survive outside of Raylan Zora, you could move here and try and chain here. Right? 1, 2. Oh no, he's outside the range there. Ooh. Yeah, he's really feeling the pain. There's not a good spot. He can't even go here and go there. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking he might do that. If he didn't get that spot, that was the next option. Because then he targets here, 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 or here, here, here. Tries to clean up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't. But he can't deny engagements. So is he going to allow a low ground engagement? He can cover this spot and this spot. He's going to concede the low ground. Man, if he could get 3 spiders here, he'd be golden. But he can't. Is that really his play? He's going to block. He's going to block Heracles here. But he's going to give up that spot? Or vice versa, or go here and then give up that spot? That's not great either. Because again, if Quahan fails this attack, he doesn't even have to go on Heracles next round. He could just engage with Heracles and then go 10th. And 10th could just frickin' destroy Quahan. Okay, yeah, he's going for it. Hopefully he gets a good roll. Oh, that's the roll you want. Woo! That's a good roll. That's a good roll. Oh, he blocked. Dang. Well, he wishes he got 2 kills, but he got, or 3 kills, but he got 2. That's not bad. Oh, okay. Oh, no. He is doing what I thought he'd do. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Wait. Where's your next spider going to go? Because Heracles, you know, is coming here. So is your spider going to go here? Or do you want to leave that open for Quahan to take if you need to? No, you leave that open for Quahan to take. Here's the play that Chris is doing. He knows Heracles is going to come here. He wants to win initiative. If he wins initiative, he's going to back up to this level 3 or this level 3, engage with spiders here on low ground and basically force him to disengage, or just try to lock him up and maybe even sting him. So I think that's the play here, is he knows Heracles is coming here, going to get an attack off. If he wins initiative, he can retreat back here or here, replace with spiders, and just gum up Heracles as much as possible. I'm not sure about this one, though. Still in Raylan's aura, basically a free kill. Oh! How about a blank? That's interesting. I wonder what the dice are now for that. Yeah, 31, man. Both of their defense is pretty... Oh, wow, their attacks are exactly the same. Yeah, so we know Heracles is getting a turn, and he's getting a labor's turn. He's going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to go here, toss the spider if he can, get an attack. He wins initiative, he takes height. That's the worst case scenario. So I really... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Chris should have left that level 3. My first inclination was to drop a spider there. Because, man, if Boromir, he's going to go here. If he gets that throw and wins initiative, he's taking height and then gets 2 turns. Oh, and that's very much going to be a dead Quahan. That's a worst case scenario. That's the play. Heracles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, takes the labor's turn, tosses the spider, attacks, wins initiative, takes height, kills Quahan. That's the worst case scenario. Now, best case scenario for Chris, Heracles comes here, fails the toss, attacks up, maybe he only takes 2 or 3 wounds. Chris wins initiative. Chris can disengage and then engage with spiders. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Boromir's even playing a little bit. Oh, no, I know what he's doing. He's making sure he can get a free kill. So Boromir couldn't... had to take 2 turns to get here. He has to take his normal move and then his labor's turn to get there to Quahan. So he figured, why not just take my normal move, get a free kill on a spider, and then use my labor's move to still get to that spot. Really, really smart. I like that. I was just thinking he'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then do his labor's turn. But instead, he's like, no, I'll come up, get the free kill, still take my labor's turn, and still attack Quahan. Yep. And he failed his first throw, so he might get his second throw. He might get this. He gets his if he gets the second throw here on that spider, he's gonna look real good. And then initiative's gonna be abysmal for Chris if he loses it. Oh boy. This is gonna get really, really interesting here. I'm surprised, honestly, Boromir hasn't moved Heracles yet. I think you engage. I think you absolutely engage. Because if you win initiative... I mean, he's got 8 life. He's going to survive attacks. Good call out. Good call out, Cody. Yeah, so Cody in the chat just said that Chris still has a turn 3. Yep, very, very good point. Yep, that's true. So, actually, on the reverse flip... Boromir gets this turn. Quahan still gets a turn to attack down, and then if Chris wins initiative, he still gets a turn to attack down. Yep, 100%. So he took a disengage from the spider. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. 2 for 7 and then 0 for 4. Whew. Oh man, that could have been a lot worse. Man, he takes the disengage from the spider. Why? Oh, no, that makes sense. I guess he just doesn't want to give up another height attack from that spider. That's fair. Okay. But then you're really boxed into a corner. What the heck? What did he just do? Why is there a spider there? Oh. Okay, I don't know. He accidentally moved something. If I'm Chris, I absolutely disengage. 100%. I don't think you take this attack. The only reason you win this game is if Quahan survives. I mean, Mara Warriors play into 10th pretty well, but he's got enough 10th that he should be fine. So, I don't think you take the risk. I think you disengage, drop here, drop a spider here, so he can't win initiative and take a double turn on a height and kill you. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You drop. Ooh. Then you drop a spider here, and then a spider here. That's the right play. Quahan, move here, disengage, takes a shot. Spider here moves up, takes an attack down. Spider here moves up. Spider here moves here. So what you've done is you've basically still engaged Heracles. You've not allowed Heracles to come this way. He will not be able to get through that spot. And then if he wants to go this way, he has to disengage. He can't take height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he still has to take his labor's turn, and he'll be on low ground against Quahan. I think that's the play. The other option is to be really ballsy, stay where you're at, get a height attack down of 7, and hope you win initiative and get another height attack down of 7. Oh, actually, I also know the reason why Boromir moved to that spot. From this spot, Chris can't web him. And spiders, remember, if you get 3 of them engaged and roll the d20 on a small or medium figure, you can steal an order marker. Now, he's done his turns this round, so he can't web him now. But Boromir is basically setting himself up for next round. He's basically saying, okay, at the beginning of next round, if I want to take turns on Heracles, you're not going to engage me with 3 spiders and web me. Because if he was here, he could just bring spiders in all adjacent and potentially steal an order marker. And so he moved here where he can't get engaged with 3 unless Quahan disengages. And then he could. My guess is he's either going to make a play here or here. Either is fine, because neither spot's going to be in Raylan's aura anyway. They are going to be on height, so he's going to have to attack up, and he can still engage with spiders. Okay, so yeah, he's taking the disengage, yep. I think that's the right play. You got to play conservative with Quahan. You can't be overly gutsy, because he's got, you've got Heracles with 8 life. 7 attack versus 4 defense. Okay, you'll do a couple wounds. Even if you win initiative, it's not likely you're going to kill. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, what? Is he going for the start zone? Is he just trying to clean up 10th? In the hope that maybe Mara Warriors can beat Heracles? I guess that's possible. Mara Warriors in an end game, Heracles... The best Heracles is going to do against Mara Warriors is he's going to kill 2. That's the best Heracles is going to do. Okay, yeah, he did go for the start zone. And got a kill. Man, when you roll 1 for 4 and get a kill, you're feeling pretty good about life. But, man, that is so weird. Because now you're within weight than fire range. What? What? Dude, you're getting low ground. Oh. I mean, next round... I don't like that at all. Next round, he can go 10th, or Heracles, and off Quahan. He can wait then fire, or engage. He could get 4 engagements on Quahan. 1, 2, no, 3. 3 engagements. And they're Raylan's aura. What the? I don't like that at all. That I'm questioning that play. I'm questioning that play because think about it. You're all in Raylan's aura. Now, like by disengaging and moving here, he can pot shot at Heracles, and then lock up Heracles with spiders by protecting here and here and here. And then he has to still come out. But now if Heracles comes and attacks Quahan, now Heracles is in Raylan's aura. And the 10th can just sit there and wait then fire, or they can run up and get 3 engagements and then smash you. I don't know. I don't like that play. Yeah, I guess. Oh, but he wins an initiative on a 5-2. Oh, feels bad for Boromir. Feels bad. So what's your play here? I mean, the only reason he makes that play is he's basically sacrificing Quahan to do as much damage as possible before Quahan dies. And then he's switching over to Mara Warriors. And I guess he figures Mara Warriors can win an end game with only 5 10th and Heracles. Which honestly, Mara Warriors can beat Heracles because it's 4 attacks. You can spread them out enough that the most Heracles is going to kill is 2. And then anytime he kills 2, you split up the other 2, regenerate, and then go from there. But now that he's won initiative, does he go back to being conservative? I would. I absolutely would. I would go back here. I'd attack. And see, because you were being overly aggressive to basically just make trades and let Quahan kind of do her thing while you develop Mara Warriors. But now that you've won initiative, do you still be aggressive? Or do you retreat and then lock up him in the meantime? Okay, yeah, still being aggressive. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess at this point, Chris is conceding the fact that Quahan's kind of a dead man, or dead woman, rather. Dead she-dragon. And so he's trying to make as many trades with Quahan as possible before she goes down. Oh, and he gets the 3-for-4 roll. Oh, oh man. Oh, man. Well, when the dice roll well, it makes your decision look really, really good. Holy frick. Oh, I hope your turn 1 was not on 10th, Boromir. I hope your turn 1 was not on 10th. Oh, please tell me you put it on Heracles. Well, even if it's on Heracles, he's going to have to take 2 disengages, because the smart play here... Well, I guess there's no smart play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... No, yeah, the smart play would be engage Heracles. Because, think about it, this spider, if it engages there, Yeah, you deny the attack from the 10th, but now Heracles can get 1 disengage and within 6 movement engage and get 2 turns, potentially. By engaging here, you force Heracles to take 2 disengagements, and he can't reach Quahan within 1 turn, right? He's going to have to take his labor's turn to reach Quahan, so he's going to have to move here, take 1 disengagement, kill that spider, and then use his labor's turn to engage Quahan. Why is he getting 5? Oh, did I miss? Oh, he was rolling for... Oh, sorry, he rolled for the 10th up here first. That's why he rolled 5 defense. 3 plus 5. Okay, yeah. Wow, really good defense. Honestly, the fact that he only took 1 wound there on Heracles is huge. Yeah, this has quickly turned, especially after that 10th. Those 3 kills on the 10th, this is very much in Chris's favor. Even if he loses Quahan, even if somehow he loses Quahan and all spiders right now, he's still in the driver's seat. 100%. Yeah, yep, I was right. So, yep, he has to take that disengage, kill the spider, and then try to finish off Quahan. If he kills Quahan here, it gets interesting. Because, oh man, but he takes a wound, so he's only got 5 life left. Oh, Mara Warriors are so gross because there's no way he can kill them with a single attack hero. Yep, using his labors. Yep, Raylan's Aura. Give yourself a little bit of jungle bonus. Hope you can kill Quahan. Oh, but 2 for 7 isn't going to do it. Oh. Dang, and he only rolled 1 for 4. Oh, that feels so bad. Man, he's been rolling horrible on Heracles. Heracles has had some terrible attack dice. What's his attack dice at? Oh, okay, 50%, so he's on par. Chris is at 60%, but his defense has been horrible. Wow, okay, interesting. Well, you know, wow. Yeah, Boromir is actually looking pretty good in terms of stats, but his attack dice have not been timely. Yeah, so Chris, like I said, he's just basically giving up on Quahan. He's going to let Quahan die while the Mara Warriors come out and start to play. 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to give up 1 attack. Mara Warriors going to go here, going to go there. Turn 2, or turn 3 is definitely on the Mara Warriors for Chris, because he's going to take Unique, and then he's going to grab Unique Glyph, and then use the other 3 to take Height, potentially even Wannick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. Oh, that feels so bad. Oh, he takes a pot shot with the Mara Warrior, 2 for 2, and he rolls a 1 out of 7 to take. Ah, that feels so bad. When you do everything to set yourself up, he gets next to jungle, gets in Raylan's Aura, still takes the damage. Oh, it feels bad. Oh gosh, and his turn 2's on 10th. Oh, yeah. Man, I actually felt like Boromir played this really well, but I feel like he's just in a world of hurt. Just in a world of hurt. Maybe if he maxes out here. 2 out of 3 is not bad. He could, yeah. Oh, darn. Doesn't get the blank. If he got the blank there, that would have been interesting. So, he's going to grab Wannick, Olenavia, and then take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heights of 4. Ooh, that's so gross. Oh, that's so gross. He's going to do it, you guys. He's going to go to Wannick, grab 4. Either that or he's going to go to level 3, somewhere here or here. And then maybe attack down there or attack down here. But the play is, yeah, okay. So he doesn't want to bother with Wannick. He just wants the extra attack. But he's going to go level 4. And so these are going to be 4 attacks of, well, 1 attack of 3. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, no, okay. He's being smart. He's not being aggressive. He's just going to stay in Raylan's Aura here. Get an attack down on Heracles. That one's going to take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. Yeah, good position. Really good position there. So get an attack here on the 10th. Get an attack here on Heracles. Get an attack here on Heracles. Get an attack up on the spider. here and then there. 2 for 4. Okay, there's some better defense. Now, if Heracles somehow tanks everything and then kills a Mara Warrior and Mara Warriors fail to regen, then yeah, game's still... It's anyone's game still. I mean, Mara Warriors are great, but, you know, they're great when they can regenerate. So if he can get kills and they failed regenerations, it still gets interesting. Oh, man. Yeah, it's on the 10th again. Do you move up or just wait then fire? Honestly, I think you wait then fire and you just take a shot up at the Mara Warrior and a shot up at Quahan. You just try and get a few wounds on Quahan, maybe even kill her if you get lucky, and then maybe just take a shot at the Mara Warriors, because you're not really going to get any better position. You can't get height, so if you're going to be on low ground anyway, you might as well have an extra attack dice. Or just 2 shots at Quahan. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, attack down on the unique attack lift. Okay, yeah. Attack of 3. From this one, he can't engage, so I guess he's just going to come up here, try and get same level attack there. Yeah. If I'm Boromir, that's the play. Move up here. Yep, called it. And same level attack there. And then attack down. Get really lucky, you clear both. Or if you get okay lucky, you clear the one on the glyph. So at least he doesn't get the extra attack die. Don't go low ground. Why are you going low ground? That makes no sense. Why would you go low ground there? What? That's weird. Why is he going low ground there? Is it so he can get to a better, like, get closer to engage here, maybe? He can't get to level 3. I guess if he's trying to chase down the... That's weird. I don't know why he went low ground there. What? Why would you... I don't know. That makes no sense. What? Why would you be on low ground? What does that give you? That just gives him the extra attack dice without having to move. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter. He can take... Mara Warriors can take kite anyway. Even if he's there, they can take kite anyway. I just don't know why... Just don't know why that's a bad spot. I don't know. Because even from here, you can engage there, but you can't take kite. Like, if your plan was to try and engage this guy... Then you should have moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then you're not next to jungle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you should have moved there. That way you could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you were trying to take height. Like if you were trying to engage that spot. But I don't know. That seems weird. That seems really weird. Well, the worst thing happened. He didn't get any kills on Mara Warriors, and they still have the unique attack left. For Chris, it's really easy. Full order markers on Mara Warriors, because even if you lose 1 or 2, then you can run back to water and regenerate. For Boromir, I'm not sure. Yeah, you just have to go full Heracles and hope that Heracles can somehow clean stuff up. Okay, turn 1, he's going here. My guess is because during his labor's turn, he can't attack... He can attack, I think it's small or medium figures. I think he can only attack large or huge. Oh! Wow. Wow! Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Wow! Woo! Turn 1 on the 10th. Wow. This just got interesting. Nice play. Turn 1 on the 10th and clears both. You force Chris to run back and have to regenerate in water. That's huge. Now the rest of your turns are on Heracles, so you can basically just sit there, free of getting attacks, and smash up on Quaihan. You don't even need to chase down more warriors. You know they're just going to regenerate, so you're going to have to deal with that eventually. But you can get a free kill on Quaihan without taking disengagements, and then you can just hope that he can chase down some more warriors. Dang. That's really interesting. Ah, of course, he gets the first one. Missed the second one, though. Make it interesting. Missed the second one. Let's go! Let's go! Called it. Let's go. Make it interesting. Missed the second one. So, actually, is he going to disengage and run here? Oh, no. 1, 2, 3. I was going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then take 2 disengagements, run down. No, it doesn't matter. Because Labor's attack, it can't attack. No, it's a terrible idea. But Chris, even with 3, can still run back, grab the glyph, and then still run up to level 3 height here and get attacks down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Yeah, so gross. With his 3rd, he can still grab unique, attack up or attack up. He can still grab this level 3 height, grab this level 2 height, attack down, and then attack down. 4 for 7 ain't bad. There we go. Let's go. Now, do we take a turn with Labors? Well, I think you have to. But no, you don't have to. He's still got a turn 3. Okay, so he's opting. Interesting. I feel like I actually would have used the Labors just to get, like, here. Toss Estevar for good measure, or killer, or attacker, or whatever. Well, no, Estevar, you want to avoid Estevar. Estevar is worthless right now. There's only one spider. Leave her till she's the last figure on the board. So, but she is a bit of a blocker here, so you're going to take a disengage if you do it. But if you moved here, then you can basically guarantee you're going to be able to engage at least one of them. I don't know. That's tough. What do you do if you're Boromir? Holy. If you're the Mara Warriors, honestly, you don't need to do attacks. I would just stay and regenerate till you're at full health. But then you're on low ground. But it's not like you can really do much. Yeah, grab the unique attack cliff. I was going to say, you still get 3 attacks. Jump up here. Attack down, clear it. Attack up, clear it. And then from here, attack here. Or you can attack up here, clear it, and then attack over here, clear it. Yep. Called it. I love it when I call it. This is great. This guy moving up here. And either this guy's going to attack here, this guy's attacking here, or he's attacking here, and then this guy's attacking here. That guy for sure is attacking there. Yeah, see, and I'm still questioning this positioning right here on this last guy, because right here, he's out of Raylan's aura. If he was right here, he gets jungle, and he's still in Raylan's aura, and he still would have gotten the same kill he got there. So I really have no idea why he was on low ground on that spot. I'd like to know, because this might end up being a huge factor if he gets this kill here, versus if he, because that's 2 less defense dice you've got. You're getting only 3 defense dice here. Now he blocks it, but it would have felt a lot better to have 5. But when you block... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. So this Mara Warrior went here because he didn't want Heracles to engage the Mara Warrior within 1 turn. That makes sense. So I didn't call it on this spot because if this Mara Warrior goes here, Heracles can take this spot within his first turn, on his turn 3, and then take a Labor's turn. But now, in order to get to that Mara Warrior, he's going to have to use a Labor's turn and won't be able to attack it. The best he can do is throw it. So, okay, goes here, gets a free kill, sure. But then, okay, well, I guess not a free kill. He has to roll well enough. Oof, 2 for 7's blockable. Oh, that would have sucked if he got it, if he missed that. And then what do you do here? Probably take it and go here, and then toss this guy adjacent and hope you do damage. Yeah. You don't want to take the low ground option. Yeah, or, well, I guess if you're going to kill this guy, do it from the same level so you have jungle. No, I disagree with that. If you're going to attack him anyway, you've got 6 base attack. Odds are you're going to be able to kill him. You'd rather have the extra defense on the jungle. Because they can just take height at that point. But you're denying the attack glyph, so yeah, I guess it's worth it. Mara warriors with the attack glyph are just untouchable. This is really close to any way you put it, though, because the fact that he's already killed one, he might kill a second, and this is end of round, right? Turn 3? No, Chris still has a turn 3. Cody says, Boromir still has Marku too. Both Raylans are healthy, interesting endgame. Yeah, no, 100%. I think it very well could get to an endgame where it's Raylan v. Raylan. Because Raylans are just going to sit there while the others kill each other off, and then it's like, oh, I guess it's a Raylan game. And like, my guess is it'll end up being Raylan v. Raylan, one on Wannick and the other one on height, and just see what... that's my guess. It very well could be that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. So Boromir can't attack a small or medium figure during his labor's turn. He can only throw it. I'm pretty positive, I think. Right? I think we're just going to see a throw here. Oh, he gets it! He could damage it with a throw. Oh, if he gets a... Oh, darn. Well, the important part was that he pulled him off the glyph, but not really, because now he can just replace him. Throwing kind of sucks, because it's like you have to succeed in the throw, and then you roll for damage. So it's a double roll, and it almost never does any damage. Cody, I don't really know why he put the 10th to the left outside of Raylan. Yeah, no, exactly. I pointed that out the minute he did it, and I still haven't figured it out yet. He initially put it in that spot right there on the level 2, and that was the right play in my opinion, because he could get a same level attack there or the hide up. Now he wanted that attack up, which is fine, but it's going to be attack up from that spot to that spot either way. But now it's out of Raylan's aura, so in the end game where it could come down to, the last figures and little choices like that, that's pretty big, especially if he's getting an attack down here and clears it. Yeah, see, 3v4, you'd love to have 5 defense there, but attacking down. Okay, attacking down. He's gonna get an attack of 4, one out of 4 defense. Okay, still an interesting game, because if Boromir still has Marku, but Marku, I think he's still got to go all in on Heracles is the problem. I mean, okay, he goes all in on Heracles, he gets a kill. He's actually still in a pretty good spot, especially when Chris rolls a 1 on initiative. Yeah, you go all in on Heracles, you get the kill, you use the labors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just to engage the Morrow. You toss him, maybe you get the toss kill, maybe you don't. Regardless, you just want to engage him. Yeah, so now it's getting dicey for Chris, right? Because Heracles is now able to engage. And so it's true you can regenerate without being in water, but it doesn't feel great, especially if he somehow rolls this toss and he gets the toss. Is he going to do damage? First time in history. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, he misses it again. Oh, man, throw is so... It's one of the worst abilities. It's thematic, but man, the ability to do, even if you get it, it never does damage. Getting 2 rolls in a row is so hard. Feels bad, but that's not what's important. What's important is that he engaged it. That's the most important part about this end game here. Mara Warriors, you really don't care as much if you miss the attack or miss the throw. You just are loving life that you engaged it. The fact that he killed one on the attack lift, engaged that one, is beautiful. You love that. Now, if I'm Chris, I think it's pretty straightforward what your options are here and what you want to do. You move back up to height, and then you just regen there. Now, if you're this guy, you have options. You can move back down the start zone, or you can just move forward to the start zone. Oh. Are you opting? He's opting to attack instead. 2 attacks at 3? No. No, you have to play the Mara Warriors game. You have to regenerate. Yeah, okay, I guess. 4 life left, 2 attacks at 3 versus 40. That's not great. But when he blanks, oh man, when he blanks. Oh, but he's only rolling 1 for 3. Man, if he rolled any better. Oh, and only rolled 1 for 4. Oh my gosh, 1 for 8. I bet Chris was wishing he had some stronger attacks. He could have killed Heracles right there. See, I still don't like that decision though, right? Honestly, with 4 life left and 4 defense, 2 attacks of 3, you're not, I mean, even though you rolled low, you still rolled low on your attack. Like, it's only 2 attacks at 3. Odds of you killing Heracles there aren't great. Play to the Mara Warrior's strengths. Just keep regenerating until you get that extra one back. Like, for example, this one maybe doesn't get that. I think you have to roll a 15 or higher. But if you drop this one back down to this swamp here, or drop it down to this swamp here, pretty good odds you're going to bring one back. So then, say you don't get this one, he kills that one, then you've got 2 back here. So now he's got to run all the way back here to try and get you. And then your next turn, you could generate 4. The reason why Mara Warriors are so gross is because you can bring them back faster than you can kill them. And with a single attack hero, that's what you want. So the fact that Chris has kind of given up his... Oh, and he gets the throw. He gets the throw. Oh, man. Oh, he still doesn't do... Oh, man, he's gotten it 3 times and can't do damage with it. Oh, that would have been like a GG move right there, because he would have killed it with the throw and then potentially labors and engage that one. Well, I think he's still going to labors. No? Or did he already use labors? Oh, no. He already used labors, right? Yeah. He already used labors, sorry. On turn 1. That's right. Because he killed and then engaged. Yeah. Okay, Chris, you gotta go back to the swamp and regenerate. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh, rolls a 1 on regeneration. Oh, feels bad. Oh, feels bad. What, do you just smash Estavara? No. I think you have to chase down the Mar... that's tough. Only 3 life left? Yeah, you just have to chase him down. This is so interesting, because Estavara, as this endgame keeps going longer and longer, Estavara keeps getting better and better. Because she's full life, and there's only heroes left. I mean, Estavara v versus Marku. Estavara, I'd take Estavara in that matchup. She can do a special attack and then just blip him to death with her sting. Estavara versus Raylan, a 3v3 with her special, looks really good. Estavara against a wounded Heracles could win out. He's only got 3 life left. She does 1 wound and then blips the last 2 on poison. More warriors. I mean, yeah, I think you're just stuck there. You got to regenerate in swamp. The only other choice would be move out in Raylan Zora and then regenerate, which actually is a pretty valid option. If you're going to regenerate, stay there, regenerate here, so he can't engage both. He can only gauge one or the other. Yeah, that's pretty good. But, well, I don't know that it really matters. Is he going to regenerate there? No, that's... Wait. Yeah. He don't regenerate there. Regenerate there. If he regenerates there, then the best he can do is engage 1. And then if you win initiative, you can still spread them out.
Yeah, honestly, that's all you can really do, Chris. I think you just have to. I think the misplay on Chris's part was taking that height and trying to kill Heracles. I don't agree with that. I think he should have gone down into the swamp and just accepted that. If he misses that one anyway, odds are that he's going to get that one. And then if Heracles is stuck fighting and killing that Mara warrior, at least you've got a lot more time to regenerate over here and then spread back out. But because of that sequence of events, he failed to kill. He killed, and now is looking a lot better. Like, he can close the gap. But I guess to Chris's credit, if he regenerates on this side of the map, he's not in Raylan Zora. And now, if Heracles comes over here, he's fighting in Raylan Zora. So that might have been his option there, is he figured, well, I'm going to attack up, try and get some kills, and then if I need to respawn, I want to respawn on my side, where I can respawn, hopefully, near Raylan. That's fair. If that's the reasoning, that actually makes a lot of sense. So I'm kind of okay with that. This game is intense, though. Holy heck! I mean, look at the situation, right? You've got end of round. Boromir's still got to go all in on Heracles until Heracles dies. He just has to trust the defense, right? He's got 3 life left. Mara warriors at best are getting attacks of 2. You know, he's got 4 defense base on on Heracles. Like, oh, Chris, that's his second one in a row. He rolled 2 ones on initiative in a row. That feels bad. See, if he wins initiative there, then I think I put the ball back in Chris's court as having the advantage. But now Heracles can kill from height. Actually, I would go here. Yeah, I'd go here, kill from height, move here, and then try and toss him somewhere adjacent. Not that it really matters, though. See, the problem with that is I like killing this one first, because then he can force this one to stay over here. But now if he does labors and comes over here to engage, and he tosses it out, and now he's tossed it into Raylan Zora. See, I don't like that. I think he should have started on this side, because then he comes over here and tosses it outside of Raylan Zora. Now he engages. It's just going to end up being within Raylan Zora no matter where he places it. So I think, again, it's not massive misplay. It's just if everything goes wrong and the Mara warriors somehow survive every attack going forward and then regenerate every attack, well, anyway. Yeah, see, and now you're actually in a tricky spot, too, because no matter where Chris regenerates, if Chris regenerates here, or if Chris regenerates at all, he regenerates here, and that's a free Mara warrior unengaged. And Boromir can't kill that. He can only kill one, so if he kills one, he already used his labors, he can't engage the other one. So if he kills one, the other one's free to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to move out and run away. Oh, Mara warriors are the worst. If Chris plays this right, he's still in it. Because if he has to regenerate. Yeah, so we got it. Regenerate here. Boromir kills. You just assume he kills it, but then you can run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can run away here. And then he can't engage you. Oh, no, he can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, he can. Oh, nope. Chris is out. Chris is done. Because even if Chris runs away... So, yeah, so Boromir gets the kill here. If Chris runs away, Boromir can still engage. He's got him tied down. The only other option is to go here with the Mara. So once Boromir kills this one, the only other option is for this guy to move here and then do a Hail Mary attack down of 3v4 and hope you kill him. Either that or you move back into Raylan Zora and then try and get a 2v4. Or you just stay and regenerate? Yeah, I think you just stay and regenerate. He's still only a 1-attack hero. You might even move and engage. You move here just to keep him there. And then regenerate to that spot. Because you can't run away. He can engage. You run up. He can engage. You run over. He can engage. I think you just stay there and regenerate. You just try to keep regenerating until you can block an attack, or until you can win initiative and run away with the extra guy. Right? So, like, the way this is going to play out is Chris could stay here, regenerate, he kills, regenerate, he kills, regenerate, he kills. So he keeps killing the regenerated unit. But the minute that he blocks one of those attacks or wins initiative, and he has 2 there, he can run away with this one, and then this one can come over here and regenerate again, and then this one can maybe regenerate over here, and then you're at full capacity again with 4 Mar Warriors, and then you basically win the game. Because an unengaged Mar Warrior is absolutely terrifying, because he's chased him down. Yeah, exactly. Yep, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Moves here, engages Heracles, regenerates 1. It's Heracles turn 3. Right? Turn 1x. No, turn 3. Yeah. So Boromir needs to keep killing 1 per turn to force Chris to stay and regenerate. If Boromir kills 1 and then Chris fails to regenerate, Boromir likely wins. Or will very much probably win. If Chris can defend 1 or win initiative, then Chris is looking like he's going to win. Because then he can disengage, or then he can run away with this guy, be free. This guy can stay engaged and keep regenerating down here, and he can keep generating them to this spot and keep running away over up to this height point, and then either regenerating back here or staying on height over here and shooting down. And unfortunately for Boromir, he's kind of stuck. He just has to get kills. Tanner Harlow, most impactful the Frostmire left start zone glacier will ever be. 100% right. You are 100% right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, seriously. The interaction between this spot on the map is kind of insane. Like, it's crazy how impactful that is. Like, yeah, Boromir's right. Like, he's stuck here having to kill 1 at a time. It's good. It needs to stay this way. If any of them try to get cute, like if Chris tries to run away, I think he loses. But the thing is, actually, with being turn 3, he could run away here. He could run away, hope to win initiative, and then really run away and regenerate over here. I don't like that though, because that's really risky. Because then if Boromir wins initiative, he just engages and kills you. If you don't regenerate anyway. So I would rather stay here, keep regenerating until you either block it or until you win initiative, and then run away with the other guy. And actually, of all the times, this is his best chance right here. Because it's turn 3, Boromir doesn't have a turn, he can regenerate, bring back 2, and if he wins initiative, then Chris is in the driver's seat. So I'd like to see that. I think he moves back, regenerates the last guy. Oh, but he's... okay. I don't agree with that at this point. I think he's trying... I think that's too high risk. Because you have to roll a 15 or higher, and then if you fail and you lose initiative, then you just lose the game, because Mar Warrior gets engaged by Heracles and he just dies. But if you stay there, you out-regenerate him, you lose initiative, you still don't lose the game. Yep, see? No! that was the wrong decision. Unless he wins, actually, well, no, not necessarily. He that's the worst that could have happened. Hasn't happened yet. If he loses initiative, the worst has happened. Because if he wins initiative, he still gets to run away and regenerate on this side. But you're putting way too much pressure into the initiative. If you fail that regeneration here, well, actually, he rolled a 6 anyway, so he would have failed the regeneration on water anyway. so maybe he was seeing into the future, because if he loses that if he fails that roll, it's just game over in the water, because now, you know, Boromir can kill him no matter what. So I guess that makes sense. Because it's on an initiative switch, you're giving yourself a shot to really win the game. Because if you're here and you're running away and you win initiative, you're dropping down into water, and it basically is just game over, because there's no way that Heracles, I think, can then outperform the Mar Warriors at that point. Like, the reason why Boromir got himself into this position was because he used that 10th order marker on that turn 1, got 2 kills on Mar Warriors, which was huge, forced Chris to have to go back and regenerate. Chris only regenerated 1, and then he started engaging with Heracles. Oh, but Boromir gets initiative! Oh. Okay, game over. GG's. Well, no. It's actually not game over, because you still have Estevara. Estevara could totally kill Heracles, for sure. Well, no, because order markers are all on Mara Warriors, maybe. Turns 1 and 2 are on Mara Warriors, I bet. Unless he did turn 1 on Estevara. No, he has to go on Mara Warriors, so he lost. So now he's just going to lose Estevara. Wait, where's he going for his Labor's turn? That's weird. You don't have to take the Labor's turn now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess if he did have an order marker 1 on Estevara, I guess maybe he wants to take height or a jungle so he gets extra defense. I don't know, that's weird. Why would you use your Heracles turn right now? That seems really weird. Okay, yeah. I guess he just wants to close the gap, make sure he's on height. But, I mean, Estevara can just... If he did have a turn marker on Estevara on 1 for whatever reason, he could just take that. But yeah, I mean, no, he has to put it on Mara Warriors. So I guess he's just going to close the gap. Gank Estevara. If there is an order marker 3 on Estevara, he'll steal it. Yeah, this full round is on Heracles. He's just going to mop the board here. He's going to smash Estevara. Oh, 1 shot. Going to call it. Yeah! He's going to call the GG. Chris is going to call the GG right here. Maybe he'll let him play it out. He'll let him have fun. I think Chris is going to let Boromir have some fun here. He's going to let Heracles just mop the board. Oh, he's going to one-shot him. Oh, well, no. Well, I guess. Oh, no, he could have. He was already wounded, I guess. So I was going to call another one-shot. That would have been crazy. Oh, he had all 3 MR Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, you got to play for that initiative switch. I mean, he wins that initiative. It's basically game over, so. Oh. I mean, if Raylan maxes out and he blanks, sure. Ah, the blank. Nope. GG's. Let's see Heracles take it out. Let's see Heracles finish it off. Throw her next to low ground. No, he's just going to smash her. Yeah, game over. Wow. That was a game. That was a game. Holy heck. Very, very interesting game. Really, really interesting how that played out. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was... Yeah, I mean, I think that play with the Mara Warriors, I probably still wouldn't have made it because I had the better chance on water, but I understand why he did. Because staying on water, yeah, you're basically regenerating one, killing one, and you're waiting until either you win initiative or you defend one of the attacks, and then you run away. I felt like he had a better chance staying there and regenerating. Now, that move ended up working out for the roll, right? Like, he moved away, he failed anyway. Like, he would have failed even in the water. He rolled a 6. So it ended up being that actually ended up looking really, really good play, because if he wins initiative, now he's scot-free all the way back here, whereas if he fails in the water here, he's just dead anyway. Like, even if he runs away, Heracles can still chase him down. So I guess his reasoning for doing that was, if he stays and fails, Heracles will always be able to just kind of engage on turn 1 and then labors and then engage the second one. So I think I understand it. I think I understand the play. Unfortunately, that was game, right? That was the game. He wins initiative. He runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regenerates 1 here. Heracles at best can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe he labors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he does re-engage. Yeah, but then, Chris potentially has 2 and then can regenerate 4. Yeah, I really think that was the game, that initiative. Yep. Really, really intriguing. I think I want to call back to the way that Boromir played that early on. I think brilliantly played against Quahan. Like, wow. I mean, remember, he didn't activate 4 guys for a few turns there. Remember, there was times when he could have developed a guy from back here up to the front, and he could have brought in an extra attack somewhere around here, but he didn't. He kept like 1 here, and like here, and he made sure that Quahan couldn't chain any of them, right? Or he made sure, if you're going to chain me, you have to move up to this front of the base outside of Raylan Zora and chain into my start zone. You fail that move, I'm going to be able to give you the hurt, right? Whether you throw an order marker on Heracles or you just do wait then fire. So the range 6 he utilized really, really, really well. Really, really, really well. He was basically able to force Boromir's or Chris's hand to play a way he didn't want to play, right? He forced him to have to stay outside of Raylan Zora a few times to get some aggressive plays. He didn't like that, right? He also forced him to only basically get attacks of 1. Anytime that you're forcing Quahan to only get attacks of 1 against you, you're winning the game. Not necessarily, like, technically that was still a really close game, and Chris could have won that based off of that last roll. So it really did come down to that initiative roll still, in my opinion. But to get himself there, the way that Boromir played was really impressive. Especially on that order marker turn where he put 3 on Heracles and 1 on the 10th. He won the initiative, and he had thrown the turn 1 on the 10th. He cleared the unique attack lift and cleared that level 4. I was just like, mind blown. I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. You think about it, it makes a lot of sense now because he only had Heracles, who's only going to be able to get 1 attack and 1 kill. With Mar Warriors, you have to kill at least 2 to basically force your opponent's hand. Because if he goes Heracles on that and gets 1 kill on the Mar Warriors, either Chris still just attacks with 3, or Chris just regenerates 1 back in the start zone and gets the 4th back. And then there's no way that Boromir ever gets ahead of the Mar Warriors. But that turn one on the 10th gave him a shot to win the game at that point. And again, this still comes down to a few different rolls that quote unquote win the game. But he got himself to a position to win the game because he took that turn 1, cleared the unique attack lift, cleared the level 4, forced the Mar Warriors to retreat back and start regenerating, and then he could deal with 2 or 3 of them, right? He sent Heracles in. He won a few initiatives. Was able to engage with some, with the throw ability or the labor's ability. So yeah, I mean, the only other questionable decision by Chris was when he moved up with the 2. He had one here, and he attacked down instead of running this guy over here and then trying to regen here. I don't know that. I mean, maybe you fail those regens, maybe you fail that and nothing happens anyway, and he kills you anyway. But I felt like at that stage in the game, he could have run back here, regened one, potentially regen that one, or maybe not. Maybe he fails that. But then he wins the regeneration battle over here in this part of the start zone. I don't know. There's with a game that close, man, the tiny little decisions you make can make a huge impact. Like, for example, it didn't end up hurting him when Boromir put that 10th on the low ground here instead of right here. It didn't end up hurting him at all because he won the game, right? But you play out that game a few more times, maybe that does end up impacting you, because maybe Chris does win that initiative there, and so maybe he does start regenning. And because he's over here regenning, maybe Heracles can't make it over there in time, so maybe you put an order marker back on the 10th who already have that position over here, and you can engage and start killing, 2 per turn or whatever. All theoretical. It's not how it played out. Still amazing game. Boromir won. Kudos to him. Taking down Quahan, Spiders, Raylan, and Morrow Warriors. With 10th, Raylan and Heracles, impressive. You have to play a pretty tight, pretty good game to be able to pull that off, in my opinion, and he did. And actually the stats, the defense on Chris ended up failing him a bit there at the end, but the stats ended up being pretty even overall. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. It's about a 2-hour stream. Really good game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. It was a highly competitive, highly intricate game, the way that played out, especially just the interplay between their decisions and their position and who had advantage versus the other one. I did really fun matchup there. So again, if we're looking at the special event standings, if we look at the bracket, we've got okay. So Boromir versus Vegetarian in the semifinal. I don't know when they plan on playing, but that is now a matchup. So could be soon. We've got Earthling and Foodsing. Hopefully we can. I don't know when they have scheduled yet, but I'll be doing that one hopefully soon. So we're coming down to the wire here. We've got one more quarterfinal, and we've already got a semifinal potentially, and then semifinal and championship. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more games here pretty soon, and anyway, really cool game there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Not much else to cover other than sign up for the Champions Circle League CCL. Qualifier 2 is happening in about a month from now, actually, June 3rd. So please sign up on heroescape.org, and other than that, we will see you guys later. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next time.